All right, everyone, here we go with the Friday reading. One card for each sign. Just an exploded all signs reading on the table. That's all it is. Pay attention to everything. You could change the signs to numbers if you want, but pay attention to what's in your chart, of course. There's text at the top of the description for those that wonder why there's no timestamps here. And that's just that. We got the sun randomly at the bottom of the deck I'm going to use. That can't be bad. It's a general reading. May or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. A lot of big energy coming up this Friday reading and tomorrow's Saturday reading, where I pull on the week and clarify in that reading. We don't clarify here. Should be interesting. Should get some lead in on February's energy, which I've been talking about in recent readings. A lot of North Node activity, a lot of destiny in play, and big energies interacting with that North Node too. Let's see where we go here. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. All that shuffling and the sun came back. I swear to God, it's unreal. Yeah, well, we got a sunny day here today for the first time in a while. Got California back for a couple of days in the 70s. How about that? Well, there's the sun. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's the overall energy here. But the thing with this energy, the energy that's coming off this, is the sun illuminates things that have been hidden by the moon. And we've seen the moon in recent readings, right? Let's see where we go here. All right, our story begins with Aries, or number 1, and ends with Pisces, number 12. Either way, we're slicing the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces here. Let's see what we get. It's going to tell a story. The whole thing tells a story. At the end, I'll have the universe added up. You ready? Aries. Here we go. Number 1. 10 of Wands. Yeah, it's 10s of the end, that end, dead end that lead to a new beginning. That is a powerful energy of someone here struggling with themselves. Yeah, they're struggling with themselves. In this reading, on the Friday reading, I ask what your person's thinking and feeling. Tomorrow in the weekly reading, where I clarify, I ask what actions they're likely to take. Now, what someone's thinking and feeling here, they're thinking about you. They're thinking about, what do I do? Where do I go? Well, it's a huge struggle that they don't have to go through. Okay, so it's almost like this 10 of Wands almost reads like a 5 of Wands in a lot of ways. It's more like 2 5 of Wands cards than it is just a straight up 10 of Wands. It's an interesting place to start our story. Let's see, but it's not surprising. The energy of change is very strong right now, and it's all soul energy, especially with Venus in Pisces, which it is firmly there at the time of pulling this reading here on this Friday. All right, Taurus, number 2. King of Wands. Yeah, your person's got a real ego problem. Your person, this energy, what is this? I feel like I want to say, I have to be careful what I say because I don't want to piss anybody off, but it's like someone here convincing themselves that they can do better, right? That, well, it's no big deal. Well, I'll move on. That kind of energy. But it's bullshit because the card before it is the 10 of Wands, and they know it's bullshit. It's someone here who's believing their own bullshit, but really knows that it's bullshit. Okay? It's again, I read this as more of a 5 of Wands energy to a split 10 of Wands. 5s are temporary in the tarot. That's why that energy is flowing like that. Gemini. 9 of Cups. Somebody here wants to be happy. Somebody here, the real pressure for this person, because this whole reading is sponsored by pressure, and the sun showing them how to alleviate that pressure, illuminating things. It's really weird. These runners, their reaction to happiness, I could phrase it this way. I have to try to explain this energy. Their reaction to happiness is, it's a burden. Well, whatever, I could, I'll find someone else kind of thing, which is complete bullshit. And this person here, the Gemini position, this energy that's attached to this 9 of Cups, just, again, you're heavy on their mind. It's the easiest way to put it. Because they know they want emotional fulfillment, and they're not getting it on their side, and it's creating tension. All right, so we have another volcano about to erupt here. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Everybody's an honorary Cancer in this soulmate cycle. It's sponsored by Cancer. It's where the North Node was when the cycle started. That said, it's bookending the 10 of Wands. We'll see what's going on here. This should be telling. Yeah, the 2 of Swords. That's not surprising. Again, Everybody's person knows exactly what they want to do, what they're thinking and feeling. They're, again, heavy. You're heavy on their mind. But it's someone here who is blindfolded, though none so blind as those who will not see, sort of type of energy. There's two truths here. They know which one is the right truth. Everybody's person thinks you're the bee's knees. Okay? Can I put it that way? What are they thinking and feeling? This whole fucking thing, the overall energy is the sun. Everybody's person thinks they're the bee's knees. You're absolutely terrific. There's a lot of love here. And that creates a lot of pressure because there's an energy of change. And these energies are resistant to change. But Uranus in particular is insisting on it right now. Especially with the fact that the North Node alignments that are going to happen in February are going to help Uranus insist on that change. That energy of change is very strong. You want proof? I didn't know what was under the sun. I just thought I'd take a look at what was fueling it. It's the death card. Change. Okay? They all know it's inevitable change. All right? The only one here who's not full of shit is Gemini's person. Who gets it? But it may be hard for them to get out of something or something along those lines. Something's difficult, but it is what it is. Leo. I don't like that. Pissed at that person again. Leo, here we go. You saw my impromptu Leo soap opera the other day. Judgment. Yeah, it's judgment time. Again, here we go with again, a resurrection energy. Now, I'm not clarifying, all right? But this person is thinking at this point that you may have a surprise communication. Okay, roles can be reversed here, but the incoming energy, the runner here, is deciding to at least try. All right, I don't know what that means. What they feel about you, again, there's a feeling of destiny that they can't quite explain or can't quite understand. This might even be, and I never say this about your person, I don't think, but this might even be somebody who fancies themselves spiritual, right? But they got it wrong, like most people who fancy themselves spiritual do on some level, because we take pieces rather than study the whole thing and spend a lifetime like I have creating notebooks and drawing patterns and things like that. What most people do is take pieces of things that make sense to them and just cobble it together into something. Somebody here, again, you may get a surprise communication from this person. It's entirely possible. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. Virgo, we'll see what happens in the February reading. We'll see what happens tomorrow when we ask what actions they're likely to take. This is more of an action card than it is what they're thinking and feeling. I'll tell you that. Tower. This is very strange. It's an energy of can we try again, but I think it's an energy that's attached to someone who has never approached you. That's what's weird. In this particular angle, you've got a lot of things, all of you, not just Virgo. It's just showing up here in this position in our reading, which is near the center of the reading. You've got new energies coming towards you, okay? And that's why this King of Wands behavior is flaring up in these runners, for sure. There's a new beginning coming for you here. And I think it's coming in February. I'm very interested to look at Virgo's February reading in particular. Very interesting because there's a solid new beginning coming. There's a chance to rebuild something. As far as a runner that ran from you, again, you really hurt their ego and it really bothers them. It still bothers them to this day, so they try not to think about it. Okay? That's what I get. But be very optimistic. There's something big about to happen here. Something's about to pop. Libra. The moon. Look at that. The opposite of this. Again, I'm going to say, I know you think I'm going to say somebody's afraid. Moon generates fears. Hard think. No. You got a shot at communication here. Somebody's about to come out of the shadows. We have to look at the context. And the cards that are complete, this is feedbacking off a couple of cards, obviously the Ten of Wands, but the cards that are surrounding this, the Nine of Cups, the Tower, the Judgment, all of that, somebody's showing up out of nowhere here. I'm going to say that about you as well. Coming out of the shadows, probably under an influence of 3 swords or some sort of fear type energy, maybe 8 swords kind of thing, kind of flaring up here a little bit. That's nice. What someone's thinking and feeling about you is that they should have told you how they felt. They kept a lot hidden from you. Okay, even if they told you I love you, it's nothing compared to what they feel. Hot Scorpio. What do we get here? 8 wands. Again, this whole fucking row is communication. It just keeps coming up. There's my proof. There's, for the Leo people who are like, oh, now Steve's saying that they might reach out of nowhere. There's the bookend. The 8 of wands. Yeah, no, I felt that. Just all fucking communication here. It is. Now, this top row is a different story. The opening part of it is a lot of anxiety, a lot of pressure, a lot of, oh God, what do I do? But it breaks to communication if you want to read the flow of the energy that way. The energy flows through the reading. 8 wands. There's forward movement coming from somebody. Somebody's going to approach you or wants to. They're thinking about it big time. And as they're thinking about it, their energy's getting closer and closer to you. I don't know if it's the original runner who's afraid of you or if it's someone new. I do not know. But I know it's this whole fucking thing, big communication. Every single one of these signs here, if you're someone who's reading by the signs, and even though I tell you not to, but whatever, I know a lot of you do. Every single one of these here is communication, some form of communication or another. It also backs up my read on the moon, which is, you know, to get communication off the moon is a strange energy, and it feels strange. It does. It feels strange. That's why I think they might be awkward when they show up. Okay. Everybody's person was likely to be awkward when they show up. Sagittarius. Huh? What's going on here? 2 of wands. It's that I got a crush on you thing. You keep getting this. You keep getting this, and I don't know why. There's an energy attached to you, and what it's thinking and feeling is that it wants to come towards you. But there's some sort of have its cake and eat it too kind of energy attached to this. You also may get communication from somebody, but it might be somebody who is already attached. In other words, they might, and this is just an example, they could be a married person that you meet at an event or some kind of gathering of some kind, just as an example, but they're, you know, and they tell you they're married, but yet they're pretty handsy, you know, kind of thing like that, real flirty sort of a thing. It's that kind of energy. But they are attached to you. They are kind of a soul connection here. I don't have anything else attached to that. I don't. I'm very interested in your February reading too because of that, because obviously your energy's here too. You're thinking and feeling about moving in a new direction. That's fine. If you do that, don't hold on to the past. You have to learn from the past and then let it go. It served its purpose once it gave you the lesson, and then move forward. All right, Capricorn. What's going on here? Justice. Wow. This is a very odd reading to explain. All right, you're about to get some justice. Can I put it that way? Someone here it's feedbacking off the Tower. It's feedbacking off the 10 of Wands. It's feedbacking off the 8 of Wands. It's communication from someone who wants to fix something, wants to make something right, has finally made a decision. They have finally made a decision. That's what they're thinking and feeling. So we're at that point. So we're probably at the 2 of Wands point, you know, about setting the intention to come towards you. But I think the decision is a surprise to them. I don't think it's a surprise to you that they show up. All right, I'm going to phrase it that way. But there's justice coming for you. We can put it that way. And somebody thinks that by fixing this, that they'll be happy. It'll make everybody happy. It's fair and balanced kind of a thing. Okay, fine. Aquarius, Knight of Cups. Everybody wants to bang Aquarius. I'll put it that way. It's not I know you have some runner out there that never told you how they felt. I get that every time I pull on you. It's not them approaching. It's them wishing they would, maybe. These are new energies approaching you. Okay? New energies approaching you. A lot. There's a lot of, I suspect in February, there's a lot of interest in Aquarians. All right? That's what I'm thinking. It is. Could also be a career advancement. All right? Every energy, on the thinking and feeling side, every energy you meet is going to like you. All right? Every one of them. It's really weird. It's just the way it comes out. It's just the way it comes out. Pisces. All right. Our story began with 10 Wands, the Magician. It's a puff of smoke energy. It's tied. Normally you're tied here. Yeah, I get that. You're always sort of linked with the number 5 position, Leo. Yeah, you got someone from the past showing up. But it's more linked with the Tower in this particular reading. The Tower and the 10 of Wands. Dam's about to break. Somebody here is about to just show up. It's a puff of smoke energy. It's a quick change energy. And it's sitting right on top of 8 wands. All right, so basically, if I had to sum this up, I'm gonna have the universe do it. I'm gonna shuffle the witches and get 3 cards and a bottom card. But basically here, what we've got is a reading that blows up the entire soulmate cycle, splits it into 12 pieces, and tells us what your person's thinking and feeling. Everybody's person, even if they're bullshitting themselves, which we opened with, everybody's person is thinking about doing something. Why? Because of this right here. The sun crossed by death. That energy of change. Watch my Uranus reading. Watch all the readings I've done lately. Watch every single one of them, because it'll explain exactly what I'm talking about here. There's that energy of change, and it's very strong. And they can try to apply ego to it, get crossed in 2 swords, try to apply the ego, and easy come, easy go kind of energy. And it's all bullshit. It just backfires on them and creates a lot of strain. Everybody's person set the intention to come in, and some are actually just showing up out of nowhere. It's a very single-minded, mindless. That's why this tower here in the center is interesting. It's not even something that they're really thinking about. The only thing that's jamming them up is when they do think, and it's very light. Most of this reading is all communication. These last 2 rows are all communication. It's weird. It's crazy. All right, let's have the universe add this up. So they're all fixing. This 2 of Wands might represent the whole thing. They're all fixing to kind of do something here. But of course, they're always going to be King of Wands, ego. They're always going to try and save face a little bit. Hold on to something. What's going on here? Give me 3 cards and a bottom card, universe. Add all this up. Let's go. Let's go. Bottom card, crossing the center card I'm going to pull, is strength. That is the same energy I got off of the reading I did the other day where, what was it, Venus in Pisces, where the soul energy had strength. Yeah, the soul energy is kicked up here. The heart chakras on these runners are lit up. I mean, lit up like a beacon. You could call ships in with it. Okay? It's like that. Give me 3 cards. Hangman, center card, that strength is crossing. You get Queen of Wands. Yeah. What's red with the Hangman? 9 of Cups. See? What's fueling this strength card? 2 of Pentacles. Again, this forces a decision. All right? The only time they get jammed up is when they get in their head. A decision is being forced here a little bit because of the energy of change, because the heart chakra is lit up, because the energy around us is a perfect storm. They're hugely attracted to something that they've been on the fence about for a long time. But this 9 of Cups, they have a new perspective on their life because of what this death energy is doing. Because of that energy of change, because Uranus is insisting on change, because the soul energy is getting kicked up by a power amp with Venus in Pisces. Because of all of that. This Queen of Wands isn't fakey McFakerman. It's just an energy of attraction. It's just talking about the level of attraction that's here. And it's very strong. Somebody coming out of the Hangman tree for sure. But right now, again, I said this 2 of Wands might summarize this whole reading. I'm right. This is a little bit of, okay, setting the intention, getting the perspective on what the 9 Cups is and how do I go get it. 9 Cups is emotional fulfillment, is what you're after. It's what you want. All right? But that's where we're at right now. Everybody's person thinking and feeling that they want to do something. They're definitely thinking about you. Even if your person, you're like sitting out there going, my person will never do anything, Steve. Okay. But you're still very heavy on their mind. All right. Under these energies, these deep soul connections, you've changed these runners' lives. They're not just going to forget it. Right? Oh, who? Divine Feminine, who? I don't know. They're not going to forget what's going on here. The heart chakra is definitely very lit. Very lit. And this could be a card of passion, lust, things like that. And it's crossing this major attraction. And that's why I said, when I threw that card. Because this is the universe saying very attracted energy. There is a lot of passion and lust here. All right? This 8 of Wands is very similar to an 8 of Wands I got in a recent reading. It is from the old bangs. It is the 8 of Dildos. There's a lot of that carnal energy within all of this, and it's reflecting here when we add it all up. So they're all at the very least spanking to you. I'll tell you that. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Stay tuned tomorrow, Saturday, for the weekly reading, And that's going to be a powerful week because part of it is February. I think it takes us all the way up to like February 4th or something like that, 4th or 5th. I don't know what it is yet. But, you know, so that's, again, it'll be a little bit of a precursor to what we're going to see in the February readings, which I'm going to poll starting on Sunday. All right? So we'll see where we go. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.